Hello and welcome to the Intuitive Heart Healer podcast. My name is Valerie McLaughlin and I am your host, intuitive heart healer, energy artist, and spiritual guide. I hold space with love to help you to connect to your heart center so that you can connect greater to spirit and live a life full of love, joy, and happiness as you are guided by your intuition and higher self, helping you to heal and let go along the way so that you can ascend and become more enlightened. Before we get started with the Intuitive Heart Healer podcast today, I would love to tell you about the Anchorfm podcasting app. It is a great way to get your voice and your podcast out there, and it is absolutely free. It has a wonderful platform with great tools that will allow you to record and edit your podcast right from your phone or computer. Anchor will distribute your podcast for you so it can be heard on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, and many other wonderful podcasting apps. You can make money from your podcast with minimum listenership. It's everything you need to make a podcast all in one place. Download the free Anchor app to go to Anchorfm to get started today and start your wonderful journey in podcasting. Hello, beautiful souls. I am so happy to have you here with me on the Intuitive Heart Healer podcast. I'm so grateful for all you listening and for you to allow me to hold this space with love and be here with you. I went for this walk this morning on the beach, and it was a sunny day, but a lot of clouds up in the sky. The big, white clouds up in the sky. And as I was walking back, I saw the beautiful sun rays coming through the clouds. I was talking to a friend of mine on the phone, and I said, "Oh my God, I love when I can see the sun ray through the clouds. It is so beautiful, so amazing to actually see the rays coming through." And she goes, "Yeah, it's like God is coming through. It's like God is speaking to us or showing him or herself to us." And I was like, that's exactly what it is. Because I believe Father Sky is part of God. I believe we are all part of God. And Father Sky gives us the beautiful, powerful sun that gives us life, gives us energy to create life. It gives us energy to create life here on Mother Earth. And we are supported by the beautiful Mother Earth and the amazing Father Sky. And supporting us as us humans, us animals, us beings, as their children. It's like we get a hug. It's like we're getting a hug from the father and the mother, or they do the family hug, sandwiches, us children in the middle. They support us in a way in not telling us what to do, but in showing us how powerful we are to create the life that we want. And we don't always necessarily recognize that. And we don't always see our creations. Sometimes we think things happen to us, and this is happening to us. I believe things happen for us. And I believe, whether we like it or not, we create everything in our lives. And yes, sometimes we create challenges in our lives, or we create situations in our lives to help us learn lessons, to help us grow, and to help us realize that we are powerful creators, even when we're not intentional. And if we chose to be intentional about our creations, what beauty could we actually really create? And we should celebrate our harvest. We should celebrate what we create, even if we don't like it, because We created it. We gave birth to it. And there is always a lesson of love, whether we choose to see it or not. There's always a lesson of love in all that we create, because we are beings of love and light. Whether we like it or not, everything we create is a lesson of love, is a lesson for us, and it's here to help us grow. So if we chose to be intentional, what could we create? If we access this energy that Father Sky shines down on it, and we focus our thoughts, our desires, and choices, how powerful would these results be? Father Sky is always reminding us that our need is always there, even if it's not obvious. And he is also reminding us, along with Mother Earth, that we are never alone. We are not stuck. We are not stagnant. We are constantly moving energy. The energy sometimes moves in ways that maybe don't make our heart sing, which means it's not necessarily in our highest good. And then there's energy that makes our heart sing, which is in our highest good. Those higher vibrational love energy. So if we could focus and create that life we wanted, what would that look like? Well, one of the things that I would like to work with today is our third eye, and focusing on doing some focus exercises to help with our third eye and opening our third eye. Because our third eye is our inner vision. It's where we visualize what we want. It's where we know, just know. We know that this is the path we want. We know that this is the path that we don't want. So we want to clear it up and gain more clarity and not get caught up in all these everyday thoughts. Where do I have to go next? What time is my next appointment? Where do I have to pick up this person? What do I need at the grocery store? Did I get cat food? Do I need cat food? What am I cooking for dinner? These things are important for us. We need them in our human experience. But sometimes they clog up our ability to visualize and see what we want, and our ability to trust our intuition, have that inner knowing, and to allow us to feel. And our emotional sense, our feelings, really help guide us too. But it gets all cloudy with the thoughts of I'm not good enough, the thoughts of what I have to do next, where am I gonna go, what is my future. What if you just release that and create your future by putting your thoughts into what you want to create? So let's talk about some focus exercises to help us, and mostly it's meditation. We're just calling it focus exercises instead of meditation because it's just a form of meditation. It's like yoga. There's many different forms of yoga. Or apples. There's many different kinds of apples. There's many different kinds of oranges. There's many different ways to meditate. Same thing. We're going to do some focus exercises. So one of the things that I like to do to help me stay focused is when I go for a walk, I pick a spot on the boardwalk is usually where I'm walking. So maybe I'll pick a light post or a building that's up ahead. And I'll pick a spot and I'll set my sights on that spot. And I will continue to walk to that spot. And then when my vision shifts to something else, that's when I realize that I stopped focusing on that spot and started focusing on something else. Whether I got distracted by something around me or thoughts in my head, it stopped me from focusing on the spot I was looking at. And once I realize that, I go back and I focus on that spot again. And what we're doing in this exercise is really training ourselves to stay focused on one thing. And so that's one way. And that's when you actually start to do that too, you'll realize you'll also start to clear your mind. It's actually golf is a good example of this. When I was used to go golfing quite a bit, when I worked in the restaurant business, I went golfing because it was like my form of meditation. It was a way for me to get out of my head and stop thinking about all the things in the restaurant. Do I have enough staff? Is this going to happen? Are we going to make sales? Things like everyday restaurant business things. And I took up golfing because when I went out to the golf course, I had to stop thinking about all that because I needed to focus on hitting this little tiny ball that was on the tee. And if I didn't focus on that task at hand in that moment, my golf ball was going every which way or not going anywhere at all. And it became really clear to me one day when I was out golfing with a friend of my dad's, and we were out on the golf course, and I was doing really well, having like normal chit chat, doing really well, hitting the golf ball. Then he turned around and he asked me a question about work. And as soon as he asked me a question about work, I couldn't hit the golf ball at all. And if I did hit it, I like topped it and it dribbled, and I was losing my focus on the task that I have at hand. So doing these focus exercises helps you when you're working on a task to stay focused and clear. Another focus exercise is to do a focus meditation where you're actually looking at an object. I'm going to drop a link on my YouTube channel that I'm putting out there for you all, but you can also grab a picture. There's a lot of like black and white pictures that are used, and you focus on the dot in the middle, and it's like very busy, but there's this one dot, and you focus on that dot, and then when you break your concentration for whatever reason, you start to see the whole picture, and it's like feels like it's moving and it's all over the place, and that's realized when you're not focused. And when you do this exercise, it's the same thing. It helps you to stay clear and focus on one task, but it also begins to open your third eye, because as you do this, you're emptying out your thoughts and you're allowing your intuition, you're allowing spirit to come through. And so this will begin to open up your third eye. Something to help you along with this meditation, our focus exercise, again, using the words interchaining, is to sit down before you start and write down any of your thoughts. So if you're got to go pick up your kids or appointments or your grocery list or what you're going to do over the next day, write that down, because when you write it down, you get it out of your head. Basically what you're doing is you're emptying the tank so that you could fill it back up with other things. So if you do this beforehand and you get in this practice even before meditations to start to do this, you're going to allow yourself more space for the guidance to come through, and more space for you to find peace, and less time spent on thoughts. And if those thoughts do pop through into your head, you can push them aside more easily, because you know you already wrote them down and you don't need to bring attention to it because you already have it written down. So that's a good practice to get into before you do any meditation, and it's a good practice before you start doing the focus exercise, because it's going to allow you to be more focused. And this practice of writing things down or writing out your day might be something that you're going to continue to do, because it's going to allow you to focus on other things. And so as you begin to practice these focus exercises, you realize that when you begin to work on your desires, which we create, manifest every second. So like right now, I'm manifesting something in the future, which is right now, which is now. The future is now. So whatever I'm doing right now, I'm creating the future. Whatever you're doing right now, you're helping to create your new future. When you can be more intentional about what you want to create. I want to create an environment where people can come together and I can hold space with love and healing to help people move more into the heart space and feel the energy of the divine love coming down in. When I begin to work on these focus exercises, being intentional on that creation, it'll allow me to be more focused on that, and it'll allow me to be more intentional about what I am creating and putting out there. It will allow you to be more intentional about what you are creating and putting out there. And clearer. A positive mindset really helps. And we're human, so we will have moments where we may not have positive mindsets, or we might find ourselves doing this. I remember when my knee was really bothering me, I would say, oh, my knee is killing me. And then I'm like, oops, check, and then rephrase what it is, because I'm being mindful of my words. And then I want to do a little bit more of a positive flow through there, because my belief is that when you listen to what the pain is and send the pain love, you can shift the energy around it. And so the awareness of catching myself saying that allowed me to shift the energy around it. And where was I going with this thought? Because the same thing can be said when we get caught in these moments where, like, it starts raining outside and it pouring down, the wind picks up, and you say, oh, Mother Nature is angry. That's coming from a lower vibration, and you want a higher vibration. So a higher vibrational thought, a more positive thought, is Mother Earth is clearing out and releasing all that is no longer serving her and us. And so shifting those thoughts, your thoughts around things, will help you also to be more of a intentional creator and creating more positive things into your life and more things of your desires and wants. And all those little steps that you do in this direction will help you in other areas of your life, and vice versa. So being playful with yourself and going in and being playful with yourself and saying, I am enough, and start reworking that instead of saying that I am not enough or I am not deserving. And you start going in there and being playful and getting to the root of where all this is coming from and releasing it and having fun with it, raises your vibration, changes the energy around it, and you begin to have more positive thoughts. And so when you say that I am a $1 million business owner, you start to believe that, and that belief and that love for that thing that you are creating will allow it to line up and come through to you. And you, by doing these focus exercises, being more mindful, being playful, and getting to the root of some of these, your inner child, what it's teaching you, will allow you to be a co-creator with the great Father Sky and the beautiful Mother Earth to create everything in their life that you want more intentionally, and appreciate everything that you create, whether you like it or not. Find the gratitude in all that you create and celebrate it, because you are an amazing creator. You are an amazing creator. And we are all here co-creating with the Great Father and the Great Mother, with each other. So practice your focus exercises. Practice some of those tools and techniques that I gave you to help you get into a meditation that will allow the divine to come through even greater, allow you to focus, and have fun. Be playful with it. Have fun. And remember, don't get caught up as this is right. Is this the right way? Am I doing it the right way? Is this how it's supposed to be done? Create your own way. I'm giving you some tools and techniques. I want you to create your own way. Create the way that works for you. Do it in an uplifting, positive way. Have fun. Celebrate all of your creations. Celebrate all your life. Celebrate your stories. Celebrate celebrate your lessons. Celebrate you and all that you have accomplished, and celebrate your inner child for teaching you all these beautiful lessons, and have fun. Go play with your inner child. Go be playful with it. And all this is here for you. You are constantly supported physically with people around you, spiritually, energetically, with all the beautiful love and light beings, Mother Earth and Father Sky. And go out and be amazing. Go out and be the amazing creator that you are. Thank you for listening today. I appreciate and love every single one of you. If you would like to work with me, you can go ahead and book a session at intuitivehearthealer.com. You can join my Facebook group, Intuitive Heart Healer, for daily guidance, for little challenges. Right now we're still working through having fun with our gratitude challenge, which I love and appreciate, and maybe we'll just continue this on into September because it's been so amazing, and the feeling of gratitude is so amazing. It just lifts me up, and I can be in that energy with gratitude without even having to say it, and just by being present and in the moment. So till next time, go out and spread some love in this world. Be the shining light that you want the world to be. Inspire others to do the same by being that love and light. Sending all my love to all of you. Have a beautiful day. Bye-bye for now.